What's up, YouTube? This is Sea-Dog, and I'm back with another review, and this time it's on the Transformers McDonald's Beast Machines figures. Now, continuing on with my Transformers McDonald's toys, this is another line that's really cool. Like I said, with the animated line, comes before that. I believe this goes back to about 2000. We'll check the dates in a minute on the toys. But these are really cool because they actually transform, every single one of them. And they all have posability, and they're made of good plastics. So, we'll just get a roll call here. We have Rat Trap, Optimus Primal, Black Arachnia, Night Scream, Cheetah, Thrust, Tankor, a Jetstorm, and the Malevolent Megatron. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Decepticons on the side for a minute, and we're going to focus in on the Autobots. Except they're not Decepticons and they're not Autobots. They're Predacons for the bad guys, and Maximals for the good guys. So here we'll set them all up. There we go. And I guess we'll start with Cheetah. So let's see if I can get the lighting here good for you guys. It's not that great. Let's see if I can get a little better than that. There we go. So this is Cheetah. And as you can see, he has a little teeny head. He's posability a little bit. He can swivel his legs due to transformation. He has some arm movement, forward and back, and he can go up and down with his chest a little bit. But that's mostly due to transformation, so if you're not careful, you'll pull out his head joint. He's made of the yellow plastic. It's got kind of a metallic sheen to it on certain parts. He's got purple paint app for his spots. He got a little bit of spots back here and a little bit on his head. He has green paint app for his eyes in Cheetah mode, and he has translucent green plastic for in between here on his thighs and on the sides of his arms. And as you can see, we have a Maximal symbol right there. So to transform him, we want to swivel his legs around like that, and then bring them down. Swivel, and bring them down, like that. Alright, and he's also got, oh yeah, I forgot to show you, he's got posable hips. So next, we'll take his Cheetah head, and we'll pull it out. It kind of goes in a shifter. Pull it out, put it in, set it in, and then recess it back in. And then you put his arms down, and that is Cheetah. And I agree, he's not that cool. But to have them all together is really cool. And I don't know what they did with his head, or his paint, but he's got like a green, looks like he's kind of like he's kidnapped. He's got that tie around his mouth. Not sure what they were going with there, but you know, he retains a little bit of arm articulation, although he can't go past this point because the hips get in the way. And his hips will go forward and back, so you can do a little bit of running. And he does stand, I believe. I got him standing earlier, so, you know, you might have to know how to stand an action figure, and that's Cheetah. Alright, so next, we'll put Cheetah right there. Next, we're going to get Night Scream out of the way. Night Scream was a bat, and I remember the toy, because I have him. He's very big. I had him, and he's very big. He's a big toy. And he's got posable wings. And his head can kind of look around a little bit. And to transform him, we want to flip this down. Oh, well, we can look at some of the details more. See, he's got nice bat ears. He's a bat. He's got translucent blue, almost like rubbery plastic for his arms. He's got a brown maroon for his fur color and his ears. He's got a blue paint at top of his head there. He's got around his mug back here. And we'll transform him. So you just flip his legs down like this, but you inside him out. So the darker side, the maroon side's on the inside, like so. You see his feet. Next, we want to pull his hands around. So you want to turn the head out away a little bit, and then you flip his arms around like that. And then next you can turn his head around like that. That's Nate Scream's head. Blue paint for his eyes and yellow for his face. And he does have a swivel, so what I assume, although I'm not 100% sure, is he kind of goes something like that. Although in my opinion, I don't know if that's like enemy accurate or something, but in my opinion, he's just better off like that. So, and he's a little bit tricky to stand, but, you know, this is him. And they all have maximal symbols. There's his maximal symbol. Let's see. There we go. On the side of his arm. He has swivel arms. He's got a swivel for a neck. And he has articulated knees a little bit. And he can put his thighs out that far, and his hips will go forward and back pretty far actually. Go all the way forward like that and all the way back like that. Alright, so let's get a move on. So that's Night Scream. Let's see if we can get him to stand. Oh, I knew he would knock someone else over. So we're going to put him in the back so he doesn't knock over people. And we'll set Cheetah right there too. Let's see, hold on. Alright, now we'll go for Rat Trap. For Rat Trap, he's a green rat. You can see his tail. He's got a nice silver paint app for his tail. Silver detailing for this cockpit or whatever this is. It's got a little bit of translucent plastic of orange in the middle. He's got yellow shoulders. He's got some detailing on his wheels. And there it is. I was right, 2000. 2000. Made in China. Translucent orange plastic for the underneath belly. He's got some wheels that roll. So to transform him, you just pull out his legs like that. You kind of shift this up on one of those swing bars and flip his head down to the front. And then we want to put the yellow on the inside, like so. So he has that. Or you can do it on the outside. It really actually doesn't matter. But the problem with that is he won't have arm articulation. If you want him to have the elbow bend, then green goes in the inside. And he actually stands, and that's Rat Trap. Look at his face. Pretty scary. You got a nice dark paint app for around his eyes and his pupil, and a light gray for his face. He's got silver plastic for hands, and pretty much that's it for his paint apps. And he will roll kind of, and he will also stand, so that's pretty cool. Get a little close up here before we go. Alright, sit him right there, and then we'll go for Black Arachnia. Black Arachnia is, you know, a pink spider. That's the front of the head of the spider, and that's her, I forgot, abdomen, I can't remember what you call those, you know, the back part. And got a little posability here. It's mostly just pink plastic, and you get some green paint in this translucent pink plastic on the top. So to deal with her, we want to close these, they become her legs. Then we swivel it down like that. Then we pull her arms down, and it's one of those bars again that you pull it out, kind of, and then you flip it around to her butt, and that's her right there. That's Black Arachnia. She has a little bit more paint on as a robot. We got the green going on for her headband, her eyes, her 6 eyes, as you can see, her shoulder pads, and her abdomen. And the rest is just red plastic and pink plastic. I like the two-tone. It's got red for the face and body and chest and crotch, and then pink for the rest. And she'll sit, or she'll stand too. You can use these arms to ever stand, if you can balance them right, like so. Yeah, it's a little tricky, but it works. Oh yeah, you gotta put it in. Anyways, we'll stop messing with her in a minute. There. And then last but not least for the Autobots, we have Optimus Primal. Of course, she has to knock everyone down. I'll put her in the back in case she falls. I use her swivel her forward, and then she'll stand. Well, yeah. Anyways, running out of time here. So we got Optimus as a monkey. Set the lighting. You can see his ugly monkey mug. It's got a like a gold green paint app for his face. He's got translucent plastic on the inside of his arms, gray plastic. It's almost like a blue gray up on the top of his shoulders, and light gray on the outside of his arms. Dark gray on his legs, and he's got that translucent plastic. So to transform him, we just kind of straighten him out, put his arms like that, like turn him to the inside, keep his legs straight. You open up the back with these parts, and then you pull this forward, up and around, and then seat it back like that for his Optimus Primal head sculpt. Keep in mind this is Beast Machine's Optimus Primal. And yeah. So that's the Autobots. Really, really cool. He has posability in his arms. He can swivel it right there. He can look down and up. He can go forward, and he can bend his knees. He can also go back a little bit. So you can get him in a little bit of running pose, you know. And that's Optimus Primal. Really cool set of figures here, guys. Now I'm going to stop the camera, and you're going to go to part 2 to watch the Decepticons. Alright, so please subscribe if you haven't. If you want to see more to our reviews, you know what to do. And comment, share, like, and we'll catch you next time. Peace. Make sure to watch part 2.